When the winter winds tear apart the maple leaves, no one at my side to breathe in all the scenery. Didn't use my time to see in life what matters most. I wanna show my friends how much I care, how much I've grown. We were just kids under porch lights.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to West Wild World. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Thank you all for the new subscribers and new views, even though some of you are completely brain dead. Not the actual subscribers, just the people who see it. But it's just going to be a feeding video. I do have to go pick up a tortoise in about like an hour away from me, so I'm going to have to do this quickly. But yeah, I think I'm going to start with my West African forest. You can come in here and you can come check how cute he is. You might just be able to see his eye right behind the water bowl. Look a bit up and then zoom in. Right there. He's dug himself underneath the substrate. So I'm just going to get a rat ready for him and then, yeah, see if that's that. Okay, are you ready? Okay. So, yeah, you can see him. He's investigating. He might shoot back in because he does get a fright. He's not really that confident yet, as you can see. But let's see if he wants this little meal. Come on. Ooh, hello. It's a rodent. I know you like it, but this is a banded West African forest cobra. Absolutely stunning specimen of one, and I've actually got him on frozen thawed, which is super nice. He used to be on a non-frozen version of rats for a very long time. Check there, super good. He's gaining a lot of confidence. I'm super stoked with how he's been. Like before, I wouldn't even be able to open up this glass without him actually like springing everywhere, shooting from one side of the enclosure to the other. Sorry that it's not focusing, but we don't want to move right now. We just want to let him chow down. But yeah, he's come such a long way. I mean, he wouldn't even like stay out here. He'd either run into his hide or dig himself underneath the substrate as soon as I opened up the glass. And that's actually just, I'm lost for words that he just took it off like that. But we're just going to stand here like a bunch of retards real quick, because any movement he'll let go. So yeah, I'll see you guys. I might offer him another one, but I'll see you guys in the next snake. Okay, so we actually got an adult mouse and a camera woman. Just be careful, he might strike at you. You see that he's still looking for more food. But I don't want to give him too much so he regurgitates. But we got him a medium rat and then also an adult mouse. He took both of them down. I'm fucking so stoked with how he's doing. It's absolutely gorgeous animal. Because he's gaining more and more confidence, you guys might see him on the channel a bit more. I've just not wanted to film with him to add the extra stress. When I usually feed, I'm usually in here by myself with my girlfriend still here, but just not in the room, so the movement doesn't spook him. To see him a lot more on the channel, I think I'm gonna offer my gaboon and maybe Sassy, and then I'm gonna go ahead to the tortoise, and then I'll come back and feed some more. But I'll see you guys there. Okay, so you guys have seen this gaboon before, but he had a bit of issues, so you guys haven't seen him recently. But let's see if he wants a little meal. Have redone his enclosure, had to put him on paper towel. But he hasn't taken a meal for quite a while. Been drinking and doing everything else fine, but he does look like he's going into shed. Let's see if he wants a little meal. Okay. So this is a baby West African gaboon viper. Born this year, well, end of this year. It's only about 3 months old. So he's very tiny. This is Bitus rhinoceros. The ones, how you differentiate if you're just seeing a photo of it and obviously not in the wild, is that they only have one teardrop underneath their eyes, the West African, and they also have horns on their nose. This guy, you can't really see it, but yeah. The East Africans will have two teardrops, and yeah, doesn't look like he wants something to eat, but I might just sit here and try and get him to eat. I'll just leave it in there and see if he'll eat it. Been a bit of a bastard recently. But then let's move on to Sassy, and then I have to go do something, and then I'll be back. Okay, so next up is Sassy, the little mole snake. Let's see if she wants something to eat. Yeah, it's a good girl, Sassy. So the trick that it seems like to get this little bastard to eat, we're not even moving Sassy, is to give her pinks instead of anything else. I think I said it in one of the videos before, but these guys are constrictors, so they can eat up to 4 times the size of their body length. The prey can be 4 times the size of her actual body length, or not body length, body width. So they can eat massive prey items, but she seems to only like these little pinks. So I guess that's what we're going to be feeding her, just to get her through this weird growing stage. They really do grow very slowly. She is about a year and a bit old now, and she looks like she's like 6 months old. They can get up to about 2 meters in length when they are fully grown. I've caught one actually that when I held it above my head, held its tail above my head, its head was still on the ground. It was an absolutely massive bastard. But yeah, so she has a lot of growing to do. They obviously are fossorial snakes, that's why there's no hides, there's nothing really in here. That just means that they are living underground most of their lives. But yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous animals. I'm not going to show the second feeding because I mean it's going to be exactly the same, just her being spastic like she always is. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next snake. I do have to go get that rescue in and take it to the vet, but yeah, I'm just going to finish feeding her. Okay, so it's been about 2 or 3 hours after I started filming. You want to look outside? Nighttime. But let's just hop into, I don't know, maybe I'll feed the Eastern Green Mamba. Let's get him down. I had to drive for about an hour and a bit now to go get the rescue, which was fucking fantastic in rush hour traffic. Hello, Eastern Green Mamba. How are you doing? Let's get a little pink out for him. See if he wants to eat today. If I can find a fucking pink. But this is my Eastern Green Mamba, Dendroaspis angustupus, the least venomous mamba in its family. But now, because I put greenery, is this his head? I don't know. Because I put greenery in here, it's very difficult to find out where he actually is. There's his head. So let's see if he wants something to eat. Come. Yes, he does. He's so aggressive. Well, not aggressive. He's very food aggressive. He bites his meal like his life depends on it. But I'm just going to close up. He'll eat, and then we'll move on to another snake. Cool. Okay, so I was going to move on to the bomb slung down here, but I have an extra rat pink that before I offer it to him, I want to see if this rattlesnake finally wants to eat again. This is my neotropical rattlesnake. Hasn't wanted to eat. He has been in shed, so it's understandable. He doesn't look food motivated at all. Let's see, maybe. Looks a little bit interested. Let's see if he strikes out at it or not. But again, he is in shed, so I'm not really expecting him to eat. But yeah, no, he's not interested. Looks interested. Are you going to bite it? Or are you just going to stare at it? But this is a neotropical rattlesnake found in South America. It has a mainly neurotoxic venom compared to most other Crotalus species, which is primarily hemotoxin. They do have a component of hemotoxins in their venom. Oh, you wanted to eat. You wanted it there. Okay, no, he doesn't want it. These guys do have a component of neurotoxins in their venom, but I mean hemotoxins, but it is mainly neurotoxin. He didn't want to do it, so it will just be going to my bomb slung if it decides to eat. So let's get the other pink out, because I defrosted one too many rat pinks. And we have a whoopsie daisy frozen thawed gecko here. That I'm gonna offer it to him now. It is at night, and these guys are diurnal, so that means that they are awake during the day, not night usually. So if he doesn't eat, that's why. But he also refused the last meal, which is a little bit weird.
But let's see if he wants a gecko without getting spooked and going into his fucking hide. Oh. This is Africa's most venomous snake species. More potent venom than that of a black mamba. They just have a very, very slow acting hemotoxic venom, which means that they will basically cause you to bleed out of every orifice in your body, which is not fun. So it basically stops your body from clotting. There we go. Good. Now we can train feed in these rat pinks. But yeah, so basically it stops your body from clotting. It stops the clotting factor in your body, and it just basically leads you to bleed out of everything, which is a super fun death. And they also have a very, very slow acting venom. So symptoms usually appear within from 4 to 6 hours, but in some very rare cases, symptoms only appeared after 48 hours after blood checks were done at the hospital and everything like that. So yeah, very, very nasty snake to get bit by. Also, these guys are actually rear fanged, which is a very, very old form of fangs. They're not hollow, they actually have a groove on their fang. So basically what happens is that they will contract, don't know which fucking one, their venom glands, and it would actually trickle down. That's why a lot of people think that they would have to chew on you to envenomate you, but that is actually not true. They can actually just scratch you and they can give you a lethal dose of venom. But yeah, I might offer him another rat pink. These are quite big for him, but he needs to grow big and strong. So let's see. Again, I train feed him because I did have him on rat pinks once upon a time, but then load shedding and winter mess that up. And yeah, I'm just going to train feed him rather until he's of size that I can give him day-old chicks, which would best mimic the diet of them in the wild. So yeah, just need to give him of size to when I can start offering him baby chicks. He's absolutely gorgeous. I think he's actually going into shed now. So his colors are a bit dull, but he's usually this black with these blue polka dots on him. You can sort of see the blue polka dots through him. And this is of this special locale. Normal juvenile boomslangs are usually brown with that big green emerald eye that you guys can see there, but this locale, sometimes they're black when they're born. But yeah, that's a super good meal for him. Just going to let him finish up and then we'll move on to some other snakes. Okay, my girlfriend didn't give me a signal that we were filming, but next up we're going to be feeding the euro coin. That got me into a bit of trouble. Some people didn't like how I handled it, but these people can suck my dick. So let's see if he wants some food in his new enclosure. He's been off food for a little while, but let's see if he's interested in some. It looks like it. Oh, a little bit interested. You're going to eat from the bum. Ooh. Got a fright. So this is a Eurocone rattlesnake, a snake that is endemic to Venezuela. So what that means is that they are only found in Venezuela. Okay. Similar to the neotropical rattlesnake, they have a very potent neurotoxic venom instead of the normal hemotoxins that Crotalus usually possess. And they are all pit vipers, so they might get a little bit of a fright when they sense my hand heat over the defrosting rat, and that's why he's looking like this. Also, we have the flash on, so that also produces a little bit of a heat signal. They have a very, very potent, well, not potent, very, very sensitive heat sensing pits that can change. They can sense a chip. Ooh, gonna eat it? Aw, super cute. He's a cunt when I handle him, but when I feed him, he's super, super cute. But what I was saying is that they have very, very sensitive heat pits. It's those big nostril-like things right there on the front of their face that can sense up to a 0.5 degree change in temperature. Don't know why he's being a bit weird. But yeah, so this is the only South American species that actually doesn't have a pattern down their back. So with the neotropicals and other rattlesnakes like that, even the North American rattlesnakes, they all have a diamond-like pattern or a stripe-like pattern down their back. And this guy, I think I need to search it up because I keep on saying it, but I think it's wrong. I think it's a variated or variegated pattern, so it's basically just everywhere. There's no set pattern throughout the whole snake's body. It's sort of like a cookies and cream polka dot pattern. It's my absolute favorite rattlesnake species on the planet. Absolutely love them. Even though this guy named him Cunt because he doesn't love me. It's absolutely gorgeous animal. I think he's doing a lot better with his... Ooh. You trying to shake your little non-existent rattle there. But yeah, he's a gorgeous animal. I'll just let him finish eating up and then we can move on to some of the snakes. Moving on to the puffies. Are you filming? Okay. We're going to be moving on to the puff adders. We just have to be a little bit careful because the two females are eyeing each other out. So we're going to offer the male something to eat first, who is a Tanzanian locale. Just have to be a bit careful, because I do not want him to bite me. But we have these pigeons that unfortunately passed away actually at the house. They fell out of the nest, so they've been frozen for, oh Jesus Christ, they've been frozen for about a month now to kill all parasites off in there. So yeah, they will be good to go. And then now I need to be a little bit careful because don't want to disturb him eating, and I also don't want to get the females to strike out at each other. It's literally the only problem with cohabitating these guys is that during feeding it could become a bit of an issue. And you might be asking yourself, oh Sean, why didn't you take them out? Why don't you take all of them out and separate them like that? Because these guys are ambush hunters. So from what I've seen with these specific individuals is that when I actually move them, yeah, see, this is what I'm worried about. Don't want her to come out. So let's offer her, there we go, offer her a meal so she doesn't come out and try and cause drama with this female. But yeah, what I was saying is that, like, oh Sean, why don't you all separate all of them? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? It's because when I handle them, they lose that ambush sort of thing in them. Did he let go? Bastard. I do think he will get back to it. But I'm just going to wait a little bit. But yeah, so it disturbs their ambush sort of mode and they get out of feeding mode when I actually handle them to separate them. So I find it easier for the animals to actually get them to eat, to leave them in here all together. But yeah, the male let go, so I'm just going to wait until he gets back onto it, and then I am going to try and offer this female something. The last snake of today, because these puff adders are being extraordinarily dumb. But the last snake of today is going to be my red-tailed boa. He's in his water bowl here soaking. He's doing super well in his new enclosure. Let's just close it. Let's just, there we go. Hey, come, use your muscles. Use your muscles. And you've exploded it. That's not YouTube friendly. He's very exploded. Okay, so we're not going to show all of that because that's disgusting. But thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Oh, and the baboon ate this little meal, so that's very good. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Damn, this grown man screaming like a toddler. Ain't no surprise why your wife doesn't want you. Walking through the hall, bruh, spirits too terrified to haunt us.